got True Whale, we've got Shizzy getting into our semifinal match here. We've got Shizzy with the first pick. Pre-bans are coming out here.
Shizzy denies True Whale that Pontos. Really, really good speed lead opportunity and strong control. Knew that Gianna was going down. You know, one of the strongest strippers in the game taken away from Shizzy. Has to accordingly take his picks. I think that something important for Shizzy here in this draft is not to rely too much on the Lulu, because doesn't really have the same pressure as True Whale does, where he can just drop in the ragdoll to get the extra turns with it.
Well, Shizzy with that first pick, taking that Okeanos. True Whale looking at the very consistent Lulu and Ganny as well. Shizzy bringing out Mo Long and Chang Peng.
I like the Molong pick. I think the Molong pick is really strong. Has a lot of really strong snipe damage, as well as, you know, the extra strip potential. But Chang Peng into the Lulu is a little bit risky, knowing that the ragdoll comes there. You know, you're going to AoE, you're going to crit, you're going to give some turns up.
Yep, a lot of additional attack bar True Whale's going to be seeing with the Okeanos and that Chang Peng, or even this Mo Long as well. True Whale's going to be putting that Kinky right next to that ragdoll here.
I was interested to see whether or not True Whale might be dropping a Jaeger here, but I think the Kinky is a lot more effective in a lot of these drafts. Has that defense break, has that really strong passive for revenge. What is Shizzy going to take here? Sierra's looking okay, but the crits might not be the best, but it does give you an option to fight the Kinky. I'm not sure if he has any cares. Maybe a Carnal.
I was going to say, we're expecting to see possibly a Ciara and Carnal here, and I don't know if I'd like to see the Jaeger. I would honestly prefer to see the Chow coming out for True Whale, but is he going to be drafting the Chow? Let's see what he favors.
Interesting. Leads in towards the double immunity. Wusa is a very solid pick here. Both the Ragdoll and the Kinky actually do have the damage output to kill any unit on that team. It's going to be a pretty rough wall for Shizzy to go through. Only has one stripper in his team, so we're most likely going to see that Chang Peng ban.
Well, bans are going to be coming out here. Definitely interesting to see this Wusa. Haven't seen a Wusa in SWC in a little bit. Not often that we see a Wusa coming out here. Bans are coming out. Let's see what we're banning out here as we get down. And Chang Peng Lulu are going to be banned out, getting into our round one with Shizzy and True Whale.
We're looking for a lot of chip damage here. Shizzy really has to chip damage out and basically out damage the healing and shield you get from both the Kinky as well as the Wusa.
I think I like Shizzy's draft going up against True Whale. Is it going to be enough? We're going to find out, guys. Here we go. Okeanos kicking it off here with a big second, or definitely second skill onto True Whale.
Big strip reset, gets the violent proc, rotating his cooldowns already. True Whale is getting the cooldowns back on Ganymede. Big shield comes up from Wusa. Note the speed on that Wusa means it's on violent. There it is, there's the second proc.
And there's that second skill dealing a good amount of damage towards that Okeanos as well. That's going to be the sustain skill he's going to be using for his team later on. We're going to see second skill, he's choosing to tag it out. The Ganymede not receiving any damage here. Okeanos does have that reckless assault. We're going to see if it's coming out yet or not.
But worth noting, we did see the strip on Wusa, so Sierra can put the bomb into that Wusa there. Doesn't quite close up ready, but Ganymede can ventilate it, so we'll have to see the choice. But there goes the Okeanos. Okeanos goes down to the Kinky and the Ragdoll.
That's right, massive damage coming out of Ragdoll, eliminating that Okeanos. Bomb does get placed on top of Wusa. Wusa does not get stunned up, though.
Oh, the ventilate comes in. Wusa with the Wish of Immortality, 3 turns of immunity backup, and the defense break from the Revenge on Kinky is putting Shizzy in a really bad place. Kinky with the big swing, and the Ragdoll soon to finish off that Sierra is putting Shizzy in a pretty unfavorable position.
Kano not able to do much with all these shields and immunity up on True Whale's side of the field. A little bit of poke damage coming towards Ganymede. Reckless Assault looking to take this Ganymede out of here. Is the shield going to be enough for it to hold on? It is, but the additional turn comes out of Mo Long, drops that Ganymede.
It's not looking good. The Violent Wusa does have a lot of potential, a lot of protection in here against this Carnal. Mo Long is going to go down, so there's going to be no defense break. This Carnal's going to have to fight through a Kinky and a Ragdoll, and it's not looking good at all.
Definitely not looking good at all. There's the death break sitting on top of Connell. He can go with a big skill too, removing Connell from the field. Not just yet. Connell can actually do a little bit here, but it's going to be very, very tough. Looking to get a little bit of damage on top of Wusa. Wusa still standing tall. Additional day off for Connell. Connell, a little bit of poke damage. Can we get the death break onto this Wusa? He has to start dropping units. He has to start violent proc to be able to come back here, and that is not what's going to be happening. True Whale taking round one away from Shizzy.
Yeah, it's looking pretty rough for Shizzy here. I don't think that the Chongpeng was a really safe pick into that. So for True Whale to play a super safe turn 2.
Well, here's the pre-bans from last time. Pontos and Gianna getting pre-banned. Can Shizzy make the right decisions? Not being too far behind here. This is a round of 5. So we'll see if Shizzy can get an upset here and at least put one on the board. And we're going to see Ragdoll and Lulu getting pre-banned here.
I find it interesting that True Whale actually banned out the Lulu. I felt like Lulu would be one of the units that Shizzy picks and actually loses because he's taking too slow of a turn rotation, but I guess there's also the opportunity for Lulu to kind of proc here and there, and suddenly everything changes really quick.
Well, True Will taking a very consistent unit, Okeanos, which you've seen in most drafts here. Shizzy looking to respond after seeing that Okeanos. First 2 picks here is going to be a Gianna and a Ganymede.
A very open draft right now. There's a lot of flexibility here. Hagang can definitely come out. Pontos can definitely come out as well. We could see the Chongpeng to take away and a Jogun. There's a lot of opportunities for True Whale. He has a lot of flexibility, but wants to lead in for the double speed lead. Takes the Sierra to deny the Sierra Gianna combination.
Yep, there is a double speed lead. Sierra and Pontos. True Whale been taking this Pontos in a lot of his drafts. It's a very strong unit that a lot of people are going to be expecting to see. Shizzy looking to counter after seeing both of those speed leads.
I like the Chongpeng here. I think the Chongpeng actually is fairly good into this. He does risk the reset of the Oki on first turn. Didn't pick any speed lead, so he's taking like a turn 2 control. Is gonna be a hard matchup. True Whale has either the AoE strip with the Water Ryu there, or has the AoE invincibility plus immunity from the Pontos.
Shizzy drafting that Chongpeng with the Connell. My only issue seeing a Chongpeng Connell is I feel like it was a little bit predictable here, but True Will's going to be drafting that Fire Atmaster with that Water Ryu.
I like that he changed over to the Fire Atmaster. The Savannah felt a little weaker in the situation that he didn't have 2 strippers, so the Okeanos felt weaker. We definitely know that Hagang's getting banned, but on the other side, do you think we're going to see the Jogun ban, or do you think we're going to see the Okeanos ban here?
I want to say we're going to be seeing a Jogun ban here. I feel like it's not something that Shizzy is well prepared for, but if we do see a Jogun ban, I don't think it hurts True Will's team very much.
True Whale has a super strong draft here, has the multiple speed leads, has multiple control units actually, as well as that protection from the Pontos.
Drafting 3 speed leads for True Will, but it looks like Okeanos is going to be the ban out here. Hagang is the confirmed ban for Shizzy. H-speed lead for Shizzy. Speed lead for True Will. We're going into a round 2 between True Will and Shizzy. Legend versus Legend. Hagang with the first turn. He's going to be landing this beautiful strip, and it does not land on everybody. Connell's able to resist.
Needs to land this stun from the Sierra Bomb onto... Oh, but gets the silence, but misses on the Chongpeng. Needs to get the stun here. Needs to deny.
Misses on almost everybody. Only Gianna is holding on to that silence there, but Sierra's going to be placing a bomb on top of Ganymede, and we're all saying surprisingly lands that bomb on top of Ganymede. With the additional damage, dealing so much damage, that dot may be killing.
This is not ideal for True Whale. Might have been looking for that Water Ryu for Despair Stun there, but didn't land it on anybody. Ganny dies to the continuous damage. And I think that Shizzy has a lot of control here. The slow debuff and the stuns are going to be really effective.
Yeah, Connell dealing a lot of damage, getting 2 stuns there on top of Water Ryu and that Pontos, getting the slows out on Ciara and Jogun.
Shizzy chooses not to hold on to the skill 2 of his Chongpeng. Wants the defense break to set up for his Carnal. Could throw the Gianna skill 3.
Ready. Bomb does land on top of the Jogun. Jogun's going to be holding on to that. Little bit of additional damage going out onto the defense break in Pontos. Pontos looking very low right now. Connell can confirm kill on possibly Ponto. We might see a big damage on top of the Ciara. Ciara is going to be holding on, though. We see a second skill, which is going to be detonating that bomb. Is Jogun going to be dropping?
Interesting choice of the scroll there. I'm not sure why he went for the scroll and Gianna, maybe to deny the bomb, but the Carnal seems to be extremely strong in this draft. Carnal is going to be taking down Sierra here alongside the Chongpeng.
Nope, True Will definitely saw that one coming and end up conceding.
Sierra, I think that instead of the Water Ryu, he had picked a more aggressive stripper. Even the Chiwu, I think, could have been a little more aggressive just for the pushback.
Well, we've got our new pre-bans coming out. Pontos is going to be pre-banned. Gianna is going to be pre-banned for Shizzy. Shizzy's got first pick. Let's see what he's going to be taking away from True Will. He was favoring the Okeanos in the second match. True Will took away from him. He's going to be taking that Oki back, and he is. First pick for Shizzy is Okeanos.
There it is. Back to the same thing as last time. Takes the Ganymede and Lulu. Wants that really strong turn 2 team. Shizzy leaning in for the same thing, though. Picks up the Cardinal and the Chungpong has the stripper, but might need to lean towards picking up a secondary stripper this time, unlike last time.
Yep, Shizzy drafting that very strong pair right there. We're looking at a Connell and a Chungpong True Whale locking in Ragdoll and one other unit. It is going to be Molong.
I like the Molong here. Molong denies Shizzy from a really strong snipe opportunity and is also very, very good with this turn 2 control. Has the strip with it, has a defense break for the Ragdoll.
Oh, Shizzy's got 2 other picks here. After seeing Ragdoll and Molong coming out, going to be curious what Shizzy's going to be wrapping up his draft here.
I think if he doesn't pick a second stripper here, then True Whale's going to go for the same thing, pick the Wusa again, and then ban out the single target stripper.
Heavy fire use out of Shizzy. He's going to be drafting a speed lead with Chiwu, but also speed lead with that Han as well. True Whale, he's going to be picking a Volantis. Does he choose to lock in the Volantis? I think the Volantis is a very good unit.
Volantis is a pretty incredible pick. The new change to his passive, giving him attack bar and revenge at that 50% is really strong. Plus the glancing debuff. The glancing debuff has a lot of value against both against pretty much everybody on this team. It's incredibly good versus the Han. You miss a crit, you don't get that extra turn.
Yeah, glancing is a fantastic debuff to really help mitigate damage against his opponent, but it looks like Ragdoll's going to be the one getting banned out on True Whale's side of the field. Okeanos getting banned out on Shizzy. Speed lead for Shizzy, HP lead for True Whale. Is it going to be enough? Can he hold off the onslaught and the big damage coming from this Han? We're about to find out as we get into round 3 with True Whale and Shizzy. We've got Chiwu looking for a full team strip and attack bar pushback. And we've got third skill coming out for Chungpong, reducing the attack bar and getting the reset on True Whale.
Oh, but no control on this Lulu. Needs to hit the defense break. Simple solution. Goes into the Ganny instead. Wants to play it safe. Wants to take out that Ganny.
Yep, Shizzy's able to remove a unit from the field, and that is what Han is great at. It's able to deal massive damage with that defense break, and it's also built on Violent, capitalizing on so much damage. Lulu looking very, very low right now. Chiwu finishing off that Ganymede, and we've got Chungpong hovering over second, but no, True Whale read it, and there you have it. Round 3 is going to Shizzy.
I'm interested to see what was on that Volantis. It didn't run Will, so he built it specifically so that it wouldn't be pushed back as far from the Chiwu, but at the same time, it also didn't revenge, so he didn't get the value. I think he may have been relying on a coin flip there, but maybe there's some hidden tech that we're unsure of.
This is where these two players know each other very well. The new pre-ban's coming out. It's going to be Ragdoll and Lulu. Can True Whale bounce back, or is Shizzy going to get the upset, taking down the True Whale?
True Whale needs to really lock down those safe drafts. Has a lot of potential for fast safe drafts, but Shizzy is just denying it by taking that Ganymede away early on.
Shizzy's going to be locking in Gianna and Ganymede. True Whale kind of dancing around a little bit. We saw the Ciara, we saw the Pontos. Is that what he's going to be locking into?
If he wants to take the Sierra, I don't think he should take the Pontos. He should take the Pontos in the last set of drafts, just because he leaves himself open to not having enough strippers and not having enough single target damage right now.
Shizzy looking to respond after seeing that double speed lead once again. Ciara Pontos coming out. Interesting that both these players are really second-guessing a lot of their picks here. We're seeing many units pop up, and then what they choose to lock in, they're taking up all 30 seconds here. Han comes out for Shizzy, and then we've got the Connell as well. True Whale hovering another speed lead once again. We've got Water Ryu, and we've got Chung Peng. Looks like is what he's going to lock in for True Whale.
The only fear I have in this situation is if he double locks these in, Chiwu last pick is really good into this. He's most likely going to outspeed either with the Chiwu or with the Speedly Gianna.
Well, here we go. Shizzy does lock in his own speed lead. It is the Chiwu. Bans are coming out.
Yeah, this devastating Han Gianna combination possibly could go through in this match.
And there you have it. Bans are out. Water Ryu's getting banned. And we have the Connell getting banned out as well. Speed leads for both teams. We're going to find out who's faster in round 4 with Chiwu. Wow. Shizzy and True Whale.
The first turn goes to the Chiwu. Shizzy does get first turn. But misses
Shizzy not getting the full
Sierra.
strip.
This actually could be ideal.
On Ciara. Gianna looking to place a bomb here, maybe even lock down the Ciara herself. Bomb's coming out on top of Okeanos. Third skill might be coming out to drop, take the Ciara down.
Wants to save it though. Knows that he's going to get outsped by the Okeanos. Can't seal the Pontos, so immunity will come up if the Han can't shut down the Pontos in the first turn.
That's right. Lands that glancing on top of Chung Peng. We're going to see a third skill coming out, dealing a lot of damage, possibly onto this Pontos. No, choosing to go for the Okeanos to make sure that bomb does eliminate a unit from the field. He's going to with the big skill, too. Gets the stun on top of Okeanos with additional turn, finishing off that Okeanos, even though the bomb was already there.
Really needed that additional turn to kill, though. That Pontos would have cleansed with the skill 3 and would have kept the Okeanos alive. So Shizzy's pretty lucky in this situation, but it's not over yet for True Whale. True Whale does still have a cleanse into that Chung Peng opportunity. A lot of damage could come through.
True Whale getting pretty lucky himself, landing a bomb on top of Gianna. We're going to see a big skill, too, coming out for Chung Peng. No additional turn, though. We're going to see the third skill happening with Pontos getting the immunity and invincibility up here.
Chiwu still has the strip, though. Needs to hit both debuffs, possibly to get this Han some rotations to get in here.
Oof, looking for a skill, too, to remove the immunity on top of that. Chung Peng, not receiving it here. Ventilate might be coming back onto what I want to say the Chiwu. No, goes and puts the Ventilate onto the Han. We're going to see a third skill coming out, resetting, reducing the attack bar of everybody on Shizzy's side of the field. Additional turn coming out of CR. We're going to see a bomb getting placed on top of Han. Bomb does land. He's going to be finishing up Gianna with the first skill. Skill 2 for the Silent on top of Shizzy. Does not get the silence with Ganny, though.
This Sierra rotation of bombs is going to have a lot of value. This Han's going to go down. Most likely Sierra's not going to die. And I don't think this Chiwu-Ganny combination will actually be able to deal with the Sierra on the field right now.
Yep, we're going to find out. Looking for glancing to land on CR. Does get the glancing. Another bomb's coming out here. Is it going to be enough to drop Shizzy's units here? Bomb does land on top of Chiwu. He choose to detonate it, putting Shizzy in a really bad place. The additional turn. True Whale taking round 4. We're going in.
With the Okeanos, the skill 3 that Chiwu put out actually didn't push back the Okeanos, so managed to get the reset on the Ganny and then had to play out that lucky turn with the Han. Got the Violent proc to kill the Okeanos, denied the Pontos, but still at the end couldn't do enough. Chung Peng getting that turn really denied.
Additional turns being very, very strong throughout that match. If Han kept Violent proc, it would have been over. There's no way that True would be able to come back with all the damage coming from Han, but pre-bans are out again. Pontos is going to be gone. Gianna's going to be pre-banned out as well. Shizzy's first pick is the Okeanos, the first pick that they've been going back and forth with.
Interesting to see once you get higher up in these ranks, Okeanos becomes really valuable again. You know, possibly moving before a lot of your units, you know, having that Swift build. He is still an incredibly strong Swift carrier.
True Will drafting that, the Kinky and Ragdoll this time. Shizzy with the Hey Gang Ganymede drafting 2 other units. We're going to see a Savannah Mo Long coming out for Shizzy.
This is looking like a really good Diana opportunity for True Whale. A lot of the AoEs here is going to give the Diana shield to come up and really protect a lot of his units from that Molong snipe, but leans towards the Leo pick. Leo pick also being exceptionally strong here. Could use it to deny the Savannah, the skill 3, and the attack bar pushback.
Yep, and Leo is definitely going to be that ban. Shizzy immediately bans out that Leo. True Whale bans out that Okeanos accuracy lead for Shizzy. We've got a defense lead on the side of True Whale, but here we go, guys. This is game 5. Winner takes all. Winners moving forward. Losers going to the loser bracket. Let's find out who's going to be that victor in this match. Chong Peng with a big second skill, looking to get these strips out here.
Saves the skill 2, doesn't want to push the attack bar of the team, but the defense break from hanging onto the Lulu and no extra turn means immunity is not up. The defense break can hit here onto the Kinky.
Defense break sitting across True Whale's team. Not looking good already. We're going to see a third scale, and that reset's going to dump the attack bar of all of True Whale's units. Definitely putting him on the back foot for sure. Not looking good for True Whale. Possible reckless assault coming out on this Lulu, or is he going to go for a second skill? Chooses to go for second skill. Only stun remains on top of the Chung Peng with the revenge of Kinky not landing Death Break on top of Molong.
I think this Chung Peng is on Swift as well. I was going to hope for an extra turn there if True Whale wanted to have the advantage, but I think it's actually too fast to be on a violent build.
I think True Whale's going to be in a lot of trouble here. He has to limit the HP of this Molong because the Reckless Assault's going to be coming out and eliminating probably this Ragdoll on the field. Big skill too, coming out trying to knock Savannah right off the mount. Does so, but here is the Reckless Assault that he was waiting for. He's going to be dropping Ragdoll here for sure.
It might not be enough though. It's pretty close. With the damage reduction built into the passive, it might not be there.
And he chooses
Hopefully
against the
Chung Peng moves in
Assault,
front.
not wanting to do it. Chung Peng with third skill, getting the reset on top of Molong, able to hold on just a little longer. We've got Glancing with Death Break sitting on top of this Kinky. Kinky, big skill too. If it's built on Despair, there is no Despairs there. Savannah looking to pump a little bit of damage into the Chung Peng. Chung Peng still standing tall. We see Ragdoll finishing off Savannah here.
Yeah, it's really nice that this Kinky, actually not being on Despair, but being on Vampire, managed to get some life back from that skill 2, protecting itself from the Molong. Even if Molong skill 3 does manage to snipe out this Ragdoll, he's not going to have the damage to deal with Kinky. It's really leaning towards a 3-2 for True Whale right now.
I think it is. We get the Death Break Glancing on top of all of Shizzy's units here. Glancing does land on Ragdoll. It's going to help limit some damage. Gets the Death Break. We see the additional turn coming out. Does he choose to do the Reckless Assault or does he not?
I don't think he can. I think he needs to save it for the Kinky. There's no other way for him to kill this Kinky but to really throw a Reckless at it.
Definitely saves it here. Does not finish off that Chung Peng. Chung Peng still holding on here. Kinky looking to remove some units from the field. No additional turns coming out. Probably definitely built on Despair. Ragdoll looking to finish off the Ganymede. Does not do so with that Glancing. We're going to see some attack bar pushback, and it is denied on the Chung Peng.
Molong skill 2. The skill 2 Prayer of Heroes. Does he hit the stun on the Kinky? He does hit the stun on the Kinky. He outspeeds the Ragdoll, so now it's a Kinky 1v3.
It is a Kinky 1v3 here. He has to go with the third skill, reduce the attack bar of this Kinky. Is it going to be enough? He needs to have this Reckless Assault deal as much damage as possible. Looking for a stun with second skill. He needs to get the Death Break on top of the Kinky. That is the only way that Shizzy can win this, or else True Whale may get... Oh, it doesn't matter! Shizzy is taking round 5 away from True Whale.
That is amazing in our first qualifier match. Sure, it's Shizzy that takes down the highest rated player in the tournament. What a hell of a game, yo.